For many years, scientists have recorded measurements in metric units. However, in 1960, the General Conference of Weights and Measures proposed a new metric system. This system is called the International System of Units, or SI units. In this video, I will explain how to use the International System of Units to perform simple measurements as well as simple calculations. This table shows some of the SI base units that you will encounter in chemistry. It also shows the physical quantity being measured as well as the abbreviations. The SI base units include kilogram or gram, meter, second, Kelvin, and of course, the mole. Kilograms will measure a quantity known as mass. Meter will measure length. Of course, seconds will measure time. Temperature is not measured in Fahrenheit, but temperature is measured in a unit known as Kelvin. And the amount is measured in a unit known as the mole. The abbreviation for kilogram or gram will be kg or g. The abbreviation for meter will be M. The abbreviation for second may be S or SEC. The abbreviation for Kelvin is K, and the abbreviation for mole is simply MOL. Like the metric system, SI units are modified in decimal form by a series of prefixes. For example, some of the prefixes include kilo, hecto, deca, deci, centi, milli, micro, and nano. These prefixes are mostly related by units of 10. For example, deca represents 10 of the base unit. Hecto represents 10 of the deca unit. Kilo represents 10 of the hecto units. Deci represents 1/10 of the base unit. Centi represents 1/10 of the deci unit. Milli represents 1/10 of the centi unit. Micro represents 1/1000 of the milli unit, and nano represents 1,000 of the micro unit. In relation to the base unit, there are 10 deci in one base unit. There are 100 centi in one base unit. There are 1,000 milli in one base unit. There are 1,000,000 micro in one base unit, and there are 1,000,000,000 nano per base unit. Kilo represents 1,000 base units. Hecto represents 100 base units. Deca represents 10 base units. Deci represents 0.1 base unit. Centi represents 0.01 base unit. milli represents 0.001 base unit, micro represents 0.000001 base unit, and nano represents 0.0000001 base unit. Now let's perform some conversions involving SI units. In the first example, we're asked to convert 1 deciliter to milliliters. One thing to remember is that when going from one prefix to another prefix, always go through the base unit. For example, 1 deciliter is equal to 10 liters. So 1 deciliter times 10 liters per deciliter will be the first step. Notice that after performing this calculation, deciliters will cancel. So ultimately, the result of this calculation will be 10 liters. We also know that 1 liter, which is the base unit, contains 1,000 milliliters. So the next process will be to eliminate liters from our answer. To do so, simply multiply 10 liters times 1,000 milliliters over 1 liter. This allows liters to be canceled. So the final answer will be that 1 deciliter represents 10,000 milliliters. In the next example, we're going from the base unit to kilo. So we're given the base unit of grams, and we want to convert the base unit to kilograms. There are 1 over 1,000 grams per kilogram. Now multiplying this value times 23 grams, first of all, will allow grams to be canceled. So the final answer is calculated simply by dividing 23 by 1,000. This will give a value of 0.023 kilograms. Now let's perform a conversion using a different base unit. This time we're asked to convert 400.8 milliliters to kiloliters. From the scale, we know that 1 liter contains 1,000 milliliters. Since the information is given in milliliters, the first step is to cancel this unit. To cancel this unit, set up a relationship where in the conversion factor, milliliters are in the denominator. This will allow milliliters to be canceled. Kilo means 1,000. Therefore, in 1 kiloliter, there are 1,000 liters. However, in the conversion factor, liters are in the numerator. So therefore, in the next conversion factor, liters must be in the denominator. This will allow liters to cancel, leaving as a final unit kiloliter, which is actually what we're looking for. 400.8 divided by 1,000 times 1,000, or a million, will equal 0.000408 kiloliter. Unit cancellation is very important when performing conversions involving SI units. Consider the following. 10 millimeters is equal to how many micrometers or micrometers? In this example, the final units must be micrometer or micrometer. We're beginning with the unit of millimeters. To cancel the millimeters, let's go through or use the base unit, where 1 meter is equal to 1,000 millimeters. By using this conversion factor, we're now allowed to cancel the millimeters. Remember, always set up the conversion factor to cancel the unit that must be eliminated. The next step is to cancel the meter. From the previous chart, we know that 1 meter is equal to 1 million micrometers. By arranging the conversion factor in this way, we're now able to cancel the meters. Our final unit will be the micrometer, which is what we're looking for. So now simply multiply 10 times a million and divide that by 1,000. And our final answer will be 10,000 micrometers. SI derived units are based on a calculation. The calculation that you're most likely to run into in chemistry will be the density calculation, where in the density calculation, the SI base unit for mass will be the gram or the kilogram. The SI base unit for volume may be cubic centimeters, cubic meters, milliliters, or liters. At any rate, the SI derived unit calculated by dividing 10 grams by 5 milliliters will be gram per milliliter. Another way to write this derived unit will be G over ml, G over cm cubed, or G per cc. The key thing to remember about conversions involving SI units is that as you move from a larger unit to a smaller unit, the operation is to multiply. For example, the relationship between kilo and a base unit gram, liter, or meter is 1,000. So 1 kilogram represents 1 times 1,000, or 1,000 grams. 1 hectometer is equal to 1 times 100, or 100 meters. 1 liter is equal to 1 times 100, or 100 centiliters. 1 gram is equal to 1 times 1 million micrograms, or 1 million micrograms. Alternatively, when reversing direction, 1 micrograms is equal to 1 divided by 1 million grams, or 10 to the minus 6 grams. 1 gram is equal to 1 divided by 1,000, or 10 to the minus 3 kilograms. Hopefully this provides a little better insight into SI units.